why should somebody use this decentralized exchange over any of the others, like Uniswap or Komodo's Atomic Dex, and many others that are coming up?
Well, so let's talk about Uniswap first, and then I guess we can also talk about Binance.
Buy over 50 cryptocurrencies with no fees whatsoever using crypto.com. Get a £50 bonus by using my link and signing up on the website.
And so with Uniswap, right? If you go there right now and you want to compose a transaction, the current GWay costs, I want to say 400, you know?
Yeah. I know, because I was looking at doing an Ether transaction.
It's 500 GWay.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a Uniswap transaction cost of about $50 to $60, maybe $70 right now. That's one transaction, not accounting for potential slippage for that pair.
So hold on a second. So if I want to go and buy a particular ERC20 token on Uniswap, you're saying it could cost me about $70 at current gas prices?
That's correct.
That's ridiculous.
Here, let's take a look right now.
I believe you.
Here, we'll go Uniswap, just so I can highlight, so everyone has a very good opportunity to see.
So you're looking at somebody else's pending transaction.
Right. So I just pulled up someone else's transaction, and you can see right now that there's an estimated cost of about $40. The person is put in 2 Ethereum, and they're swapping the F for a set of tokens.
Yep.
So that would be a normal swap, right? So this user is probably going to be 80 to 90% gas consumption. So yeah, about $33 there.
Wow.
For this transaction.
Okay. So I'm
I guess I was a bit high with the 50 to 70, but it's very close. And for example, if you were doing a more complex, you'd definitely be upwards of 70. So when you come here to look at the cost of a transaction, it's 1 penny. So that's hard to beat. It's just very hard to beat. So we leverage our layer 2 scaling solution, basically, and that's the Turtle Network. Transactions are basically instant. If a user wants to send their funds, right? Oh, well, how do I get out of Polarity? I got to get out. It's very simple to get out, right? So you go, I'm going to send, punch in an address, boom. It says, hey, I see this is supposed to go out of the gateway. You punch in how much, you go, I'm going to send 1 Ethereum. And it's that simple. You can also pay for your fees in so many different currencies. There's a lot of different possibilities to transact here.
Okay. All right. That makes it. Okay. I'm completely sold on Uniswap. It's a shame because there was a couple of ERC20s I wanted to get into, but I won't from Uniswap. I'll go elsewhere. Okay.
Well, if you're willing to pay 0.2 Ethereum for those tokens,
no,
by all means.
No, not at all. All right. Okay, so that's Uniswap. Now, the advantage that Uniswap does have is that it has a real wide range of tokens.
Yes. It has probably the largest range of tokens, given that you can list yourself, right?
Yeah, but also the fees are likely to get higher as more and more people move into the DeFi space until they bring out Ethereum 2.0 or something. All right, so I can see that's the advantage of this over Uniswap. I imagine it would be the same over Fork Delta, although that's a bit clunky now relative to Uniswap. So what about over Komodo's Atomic Dex? Why should somebody use this versus that?
Well, as Komodo's a BPSAA member, I'm not going to tell you why you shouldn't use the Atomic Dex. But what the difference really is that, I mentioned that Polarity has a unique advantage with its scaling.
Right.
Our transaction confirmation times are instant. So if you see a price and you click and hit buy, you got it, it's done, that's over. You have that money, you can leave the network immediately. The the main difference is, scaling in block time. So the Atomic DEX is going to provide you a Uniswap-esque experience inside Komodo network.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be comparable probably in fees to Polarity, definitely. But the settlement times are going to be very, very different.
It does take a bit longer.
Right. We facilitate, a level of high frequency that you're not going to be able to get, on a traditional UTXO chain.
Okay. All right.
It's possible, but it's just, not the common thing.
Okay. Then the other one to compare it to is Binance. I've never used Binance DEX. I have used the Binance centralized exchange. So what are the advantages this offers over Binance?
Sure. Well, Binance, you're not managing a seed and you're not managing the funds yourself. It's a centralized exchange, so there's always going to be that heavy level of trust.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, because I think Binance is a very innovative company. The one thing that really is going to be a hindrance in the long run is when it comes to accessibility in terms of, fees. So they currently charge, they have a minimum. So it's about $20 to execute a trade. And so they also take the fee out of your order volume.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're getting a percentage of your funds taken. Because we're a DEX and we just charge the fee, our fee model is only, it's kind of like a highway. You pay and then your order's processed. So we don't touch your order quantities at all. Our minimums for trades are as low as 1 Satoshi. So micro trading is huge. People in third world countries who may not be able to access a $20 minimum for a trade, they're able to come onto our platform and they're able to come in with $1. They're able to come in with 10 cents, because we don't take a deposit fee. It's just withdrawal fees.
Wow.
So it's just a very interesting application of scaling and a lot of different things that make it stand out from, these other competitors in the space.
Okay, no, that's very cool. That is very cool. The other thing, and the other thing also is that I think in terms of accessibility issues, because it's a DEX, people can access it from anywhere in the world.
Right. It's a blockchain protocol. It can be accessed, by API or whatever.
Right. Okay.
It's running. Yeah. It's sustained by the people, right? Because it's on a public network.
Yep. Okay. And that was the next question I was going to ask, was about API keys. If people wanted to do micro bot trading, micro Satoshi trading or something like that, is that possible through this? Because the transaction fees are so low.
Yeah, 100%. We'd be able to provide you with the API as well, so that your users would be able to check it out, take a look, and obviously any questions you can have forwarded to me. I'm happy to also come back again another time.
Sure.
Yeah, because we're always implementing and developing new services and features, so you'll be hearing a lot from us.
Okay, and do you offer leverage trading?
No, not yet. We're working on a solution for that.
All right.
If you don't mind, I'd love to take a second to show you about the two-factor authentication.
Sure, Nathan.
Cool. So over here, we'll head to the vault. So welcome to the Polarity Vault. This product was the one I mentioned earlier. We have the white paper accessible for. What it is it's an encrypted key store, right? Using 256 AES. So it's standard. It's what the industry uses. What this box does is it allows you to create a seed, continue with that seed.
Yep.
You write it down, give it a name, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to store this with us? Now, this process is one of the best parts, because this is what makes our service bridge the gap of accessibility. Key storage and key management is terrible for users. It is a definite headache. Yep. And so at this moment in time, if you click Unlock Vault and Store Address, what's going to happen is it's going to hash the seed against your vault's master password and only take back to the server this huge hashed out thing that's not going to be able to be just decrypted, right? And so I go in here and I punch in my vault. Bam, it's down here at the bottom. So as the accounts doesn't have any TN in it to enable the scripting, I'll show how easy it is to enable scripts by updating one on an existing account. So here is where you would put in an emergency backup key in case you want to set your own 2 out of 3 for the multi-sig. Or you can just simply allow Polarity to manage it so that wiping the account script is easy to do. As you'll see here, we have 2 types of smart accounts. We have a trading account and we have a cold storage account. So without the trading enabled, it is a cold storage account functionally. You can't execute a trade. You can't do anything except move funds, and that will require explicit 2FA, and it's enforced by the blockchain. If you have a trading account, this is for bot operators. What it'll do is it doesn't require 2FA for exchange transactions, so you can deposit your funds in there. The funds are secured and can only be moved with 2FA confirmation, but the API will allow you to still have it operate exchange orders and operate a market.
Wow, okay. Okay, and it just occurred to me that given that this is a decentralized exchange, it can't be hacked because there's no funds being stored on it. But what about vulnerabilities in the code?
The code is pretty thoroughly tested as we are, well, as I mentioned, we're based off of Waves, which has a long-standing history of being a secure platform that was implemented, as a fork as Turtle Network, and we're just operating on top of the Turtle Network. So, all this code is in active use, has been in active use.
Okay.
So at the moment, just to update you, what I did was I issued a smart contract update, and you'll see that nothing's happening at the moment. That's because it's asked me in my email if I want to verify this transaction. So it's not doing anything until I give express permission. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. See?
Wow. Okay.
And so now, just to illustrate what happened, if we go on to the blockchain for people to take a look, where it says proofs, you'll see that there are 2 signatures here. So you have your account, and then you have the second factor here. And you can take a look at what the actual contents are. And this is the code that secures the user's account. So everything can be openly audited, can be openly seen. It's all on a DEX. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay, very good. Anything else you want to let people know about this?
We're really excited to have come out of soft launch. We received a lot of really excellent feedback from our users, did our best to apply that feedback in the current 1.1.1 version that we're on. From this point forward, as I mentioned, we're focused on creating liquidity solution for BPSA member coins. So you can look forward to seeing coins like Komodo, Ergo, Ether One, Pirate Chain. We got Sentinel on there. So, you're going to see a lot of these awesome coins get a lot of awesome attention and then hopefully awesome liquidity, right? Because that's what they deserve. And then outside of that, I really want to share more, but that would definitely ruin the surprises that I've got planned for everyone. So,
all right.
do my best to keep everyone on their toes.
Very good. Very good. All right. And then what are you doing to get the word out about this exchange? Because there's so much competition.
There is, and we've been working on that. And at the moment, we're working through a lot of airdrop promoter groups. Obviously, some of those are hit or miss. We're working on our Bitcoin Talk presence. And then prior to all the listings with these BPSA communities, we're going to be having an AMA featuring the team So it'll be me, my partner, and potentially other engineers there to answer questions about the exchange and our services prior to all of those listings. So.
Right. Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you so much, Nathan. And if people want to get involved, I've the links in the description below. Go join the Telegram group. Go check it out. Try it out for yourself. Thank you very much for taking the time, both of you, for doing this with me. And for anybody who's watching, comments and questions in the description below the video. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Nathan and his twin brother, Crypto Nathan, signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye, Rich.